Hello people of Tube and welcome back to another review. So my last review was for fucking Valentine's Day and it was Across the Universe, a song based around the songs of the Beatles with a romance story. Um, my next review, I'll be continuing this little tradition of Beatles songs being followed up by a romance story. Except this time it's a little more childish in Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, a 1980s musical starring Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees as the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Apparently, in the early part of the 19th century, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band stopped World War One, and they played all the way through the Depression and all the way into World War Two, and they stopped World War Two. Then Sgt. Pepper died, so he put it in control of Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees. And now in the 70s or 70s or 80s, or they don't really explain when it happens, but we'll just say it's one of those eras. Um, They're the new Sgt. Peppers. So while they're in their town playing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band music, they get a letter for a record deal for BD Records. Well, they ended up going to the City of Angels, signing a record contract and becoming one of the biggest bands in the world. And of course, they meet up with another band, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Yeah. Uh, and then, of course, they hit it off and they make, I guess, a song together, probably. Um, and then, of course, some shit happens. And then we're introduced into our bad guy, Mr. Mustard. Mr. Mustard steals the instruments from the statues of the original Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and gives them to all the different bad guys in the movie. Yes, there are actual villains in this movie. It's not like Across the Universe where there really was no villains. It was a realistic sort of romance. No, there are bad guys. And the bad guys are kind of interesting, and I'm not going to ruin them for you here, but yeah, you should check that part out if you want to see some interesting bad guys. You'll know who they are as soon as you see them. Of course, they play Beatles songs all throughout. The Beatles songs are pretty well done, I have to admit. Bee Gees singing Beatles songs are a pretty decent match to the original Bee Gees. Peter Frampton I'm not a big fan of, so I could care less about when he sings. The movie itself is